Good morning, Dominators, and welcome to my second attack against the English Jacks. As mentioned yesterday, this war is for one glory and is a mismatch, so they don't have really a chance. Hopefully they can at least learn to fight some of the harder bases. So far they haven't gotten down any of the bases yet, but I truly hope that they manage to get some 5 stars as well. And just to give an example, their number 2 Atomic Age player struggled even against our number 13, that is a fresh Global Age player. So that means the lack of experience here in wars is quite significant. As this war is won, we have only one Enlightenment Age and one Global Age player left, so I'll just go ahead and improve the time, or try to improve the time against the number 1. He has level 3 Egyptians and level 3 Maori. So I'm also on a saving mission. I only lost 3 bazookas in yesterday's attack, so I had 9. 2 of them I gave away in Alliance donations, and so I have 7 left. So I thought, why not go ahead and do my second attack also right away as soon as I wake up, because then I can utilize these 7 bazookas. On top of the 7 bazookas, I trained 20 heavy infantry. As you saw from the attack couple of attacks ago, I showed that heavy infantry is actually a very good substitute for bazookas. So I will try to utilize them again. As you can see, there's a huge hit point cluster here. So basically all of these resource buildings are left into one place. That's a mistake that you should try avoiding, because it's very easy to clear 50% against bases like this, because all you need is to drop a couple of troops here and these will be cleared out quite fast, because there's nothing defending them directly as well. And there's a huge hit point clump here as well, with all of these oil refineries, oil wells and oil refineries. So I think my approach will be mercenaries and generals from this side, Alliance Gate side, and then the main army from here. But you know, there is a stronghold here, so just to avoid getting trapped with stronghold troops, I will use one decoy right here to take away the fire from spawning heavy tanks, as well as the mortar and as well as the stronghold and possible stronghold troops. Then I can use probably one decoy around here and one decoy here to avoid fighting these mortars as well, and then keep the town center locked with the blitzkrieg, as well as prolong it with the sabotage here. And that should be pretty much it. Very straightforward layout. One thing I want to mention to you guys is the missile silo. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that sometimes, even if you drop your generals and mercenaries on one side, the missile silo can still hit your main army. And that's the reason, because when you drop your army, for example, next here to the Alliance Gate, they will start hitting these resource buildings with a range of 3. So they're actually outside of the map building area. So the thing with the missile silo is it only starts hitting your troops or targeting your troops when they are inside this area where you have already cleared the forest. So for example, if you drop on this side here, basically the area where you can build, if the area here, for example, next to the landscape, you cannot build anything here because the map ends somewhere here where the resource buildings are. When the generals don't come into this map area, missile silo will just go ahead and start hitting your main army, because your main army will advance very fast into the battlefield. So to avoid that, always try to find the place where you can drop already onto the map, not to the side of the map. That way you will make sure that the missile silo will get the right target that you were hoping for. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Yep, everything seems to be fine. Oh my god, that's so silly. I just had a long lecture to you guys how I will use decoy to avoid fighting the stronghold troops, and then I just go ahead and forget to launch my strike fighters onto the spawning stronghold troops, because that's the whole idea of the decoy, to make sure that they're nicely clumped together so you can take them down with your strike fighters. And what happened this time was that the stronghold troops actually were able, because it was a fully stacked stronghold it seems, so the stronghold troops were able to clear out the decoy quite fast, and then there was nothing preventing them to cause the havoc on my main army. So due to my silly mistake, I lost, most of my main army in the early stages of the battle. So clearing this base out, I think, takes at least a minute longer than it should have. So silly me. The idea was correct, but just somehow was careless in execution. So follow up my advice, but not my execution this time. Yeah, epic fail again. But nevertheless, I guess the concentration is also a bit lower when the enemy is so easy. But nevertheless, two things to learn from here, from my mistakes, is that in general I would recommend never to start from the stronghold side, because if there are elephant archers or armored cars in the stronghold, they will slice and dice you quite fast. And the second thing is about the missile silo. Make sure that your tank destroyers and generals are on the map, not on the side of the map. Anyways, bit of a fail this time, but learn together from my mistakes. I will make sure that I will not make them again. Cheers, guys. See you next time.